Hey everybody, Diligent Piccolo 644 wants to know if we would read this based on the first 300 words. This fantasy slash dystopian-ish thing. I'm not sure what that means, but we're gonna go with it. He says, or they, I don't know, says they were told recently that the writing is too emotionless and they'd love feedback on this short section. Here we go. Maven Bate would die today if the black-eyed man had anything to say about it. All right. Murder would be an ironic end for her. Maven Bane had gone to great lengths to ensure that she was not an easy victim, if the dagger strapped to her thigh was any indication. It was fortunate for him that she was unfamiliar with magic, else she would have undoubtedly found a way to protect herself from that too. He watched her hand twitch toward the very dagger now, as she walked down the cobblestone streets to get home. The black-eyed man followed just a few feet behind her, magic shielding him from view. In just a few moments, she would turn into a secluded alleyway that would lead her to the small flat she shared with her only friend, and he would make his move. He, of course, knew the journey home like the back of his hand. How? Oh, wait, here we go. He had spent months waiting, biding his time, collecting the evidence his master needed. The other black-eyed man believed him too animalistic for the job, but he had controlled himself. It would be nearly as rewarding to prove them wrong as it would be to finally taste her blood on his lips. What? Maven's footsteps faltered, and the black-eyed man hissed. Why? Why did he do that? In his anticipation, he had let his magic slip. He darted away from the lamplights and pulled his shadows back around him, but it was too late. She had noticed him. He hadn't planned to kill her so soon. They weren't quite secluded yet, but it would have to do. She whirled on her heels, eyes narrowed. "Who's there?" she called, already unstrapping her dagger. The black-eyed man let the shadows around him fall. Didn't he already do that? He pulled his shadows back around him. I don't know. Stepping into her view. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then Maven noticed the black eyes. Well, first of all, the name Maven Bane here totally belongs back in 1998. All right? When I say Maven Bane, I think Blood Rain. I think Bloodshot. I think Extreme, when the comics used to do, EXXXXTRE. I mean, that kind of 90s edge, total edgelord person. Second of all, yeah, there's no real emotion to this 300 words. About 302 words, I think. And, that's true. There's no emotion here. There's not much else here either. As I was reading this, you might have heard me kind of pause a little bit because my brain wanted to add words. It wanted to go, it wanted to add description. What does Maven Bane look like? Who is this black-eyed man? What's their surroundings? What's going on? Right? Who's doing what and why? Why doesn't Maven Bane, with a name like that, know what magic is? Why is murder ironic? What does she do? Why is she going to die? There are so many questions here. And I feel like this was not the first 300 words. Because if this is the first 300 words, all I'm left is confused. And, on one hand, you should start from the beginning. And this doesn't feel like this is from the beginning. Just like I said, this just feels like it's pulled from the middle. Like we're supposed to know who Maven Bane is. We're supposed to know who her friend is. We're supposed to know what city they're in or what the city looks like. It's the only description we get is cobblestone streets. So if this is dystopian, I mean, is it modern age? Is it fantasy world, like some kind of medieval thing? I don't know what's going on here. There's a lot of I don't know. and I don't like in not knowing. I want to know the world before I know the characters a little bit. I want to know the city. I want to know what's going on. Because the black-eyed man has a master and a clan, apparently. We don't know anything about any of that. We don't know why his eyes are black. We don't know anything. So, no. It's not the emotionless that's the problem. There's no emotion here for sure because there's a lot of showing, you know. There's no showing here. It's all tell. This is what's going on. This is what's happening. Telling, but you're not showing us what the world is. So no, I definitely wouldn't want to read this, I don't think. There's a lot of work that needs to be done, and this feels like you wake up from a dream and you got to write the idea down, right? I mean, 300 words isn't much, but you should be able to get place, character, setting, and all that, because I don't know who is doing what or why they're doing it. I mean, this requires a lot of work. And my brain automatically just wanted to start filling things in. And that's just not how this works, right? I want to know who Maven is. I want to know why she's going to die. I want to know all that. And I want to know about the magic. I mean, this isn't making any sense. Right? Anyway, the writing is good, I guess. No typos, no misspellings, none of that stuff, but it's just lacking on a lot. So, if you're a writer, and your first 300 words sound anything like this, and you're watching this video, be sure to change it. Be sure to explain things a little bit. World build. Just because you could see the world in your head doesn't mean the rest of us can. Okay? So, that's the piece of advice. When you're building a world, make sure everybody else can see it too. Alright, that's my feedback. I wouldn't read it. I would just kind of be frustrated and quit. And I don't know if this guy's a beginner or whatever, but yeah, I wouldn't read this. I would just be okay, whatever, because it feels like a video game. It feels like we're supposed to know so much more than we do. And I don't like that, especially when I don't know. Alright, well, I'm glad you watched this cell phone video of some feedback, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.